All right, ladies and gentlemen, hey, you're watching Sports Talk with BWatts. I'm your host, Bernard Watts, along with Greg Said It. We're both two guys from the state of Georgia bringing you content from Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes football team. We want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. If you don't mind, smash that like button, subscribe to both channels if you haven't. We appreciate it if you do. Don't forget, this broadcast is brought to you by Whitaker Building Supply. That's Wayne Whitaker, right there in the city of Jackson, Georgia. Hey, if you need any windows, any interior doors, if you need cabinets, flooring, lumber, 2x4, pressure treated, any kind of material that you need. You need bricks, cabinets. They got it all. Electrical. Need a hammer, nails. I'm telling you, my boy Wayne Whitaker got it all. Want to thank them for being a sponsor. And if you don't mind, hey, just get my contact. Contact 770-775-2028. All right? All right. Hey, let's get this show on the road. Let's see. Let me get out of here. That's the hard part. That transition. But hey, we in the building. We in the building. What's going on? Y'all doing all right today? Hey, hope y'all have had a tremendous day today. And don't forget, if you want that Colorado shirt, go over there on my YouTube page, go in the community section, click on that link. It'll give you all the information that you need. I'm telling you. And don't forget to put that code in there, BWatts, give you 15% off. That's Christy Roberts. All right? All right. Hey, that's enough of me talking. Let's bring up the man of the hour. Big time. Can you hear me?
Let me see.
Yeah, by time. All right.
What's
Hey,
going on?
that's it. Watching Sports Talk with B Watts, and we got Greg Said It on the mic. Tonight broadcast, I want to talk about Travis Hunter, the best player in college football. We have seen Travis Hunter perform for the past 3 years, going on, well, really 4 years so far, and this dude is tremendous on both sides of the ball. And a lot of people don't think that he can play at the next level on both sides of the ball. That's offense and defense. But when we look at him at the collegiate level on Colorado and what he's doing so far, to me, hey, he's showing me he can do both ways. He can play both ways. And the most important thing about it, he's making an impact, not just on the offensive side, on the defensive side too. If you ask me, I still say he's the best wide receiver in college football right now. And if on the defensive side, I think he's the best defensive player on the defensive side of the ball. So when we look at uh, Travis Hunter, the impact that he's making, what you think? You think he's the best player right now in college football?
I mean, I think nobody's saying it for fun. If you're a generational talent, you're a generational talent. I mean, what he's doing on both sides of the ball. Only people who will question is people who want to hate on Colorado. Remember they tried to hate on him when he came over. So he was just an FCS guy. Uh, he's too small. He was small, but I don't think people fully wanted to give him credit. They still don't want to fully give him credit. But I
Right.
mean, you can't deny what he's doing. So I mean, how long do you do that? You can't do it, and then if they say you can't do it here, you can't do it in the SEC. Well, if he can do it in the SEC, he surely can't do it in the NFL. It's always a goalpost going to be moved. So
Yeah, they moving. Yeah, they moving it on. They moving it on. They moving it on. And so when we look at I never got a chance to talk to you about the past game on Saturday against UCF. What you think about that game? Colorado went down there and thumped.
I think at the end of the day, we do ourselves no justice talking about what happened last game. We don't talk about all the stuff that was said before the game. When you look at all the people who pretty much swore Colorado was just guaranteed to lose, and you look at I know I was down there locally. It was just an arrogance about it. Like, Colorado, they come from Colorado, they're going to get cramps. They can't keep up with our speed. Everybody in our backfield running 4.3. And it was like they drunk the Kool-Aid that the media don't contribute. Colorado can't stop the run. They still saying that 4 or 5 games in. And I think it just was the ultimate setup. I think as soon as Colorado killed all of those theories within the first couple minutes of the game, the crowd nor UCF could recover. They were in shock. And that's why I think if they had been more respectful of Colorado, maybe they would have been able to play them better. I don't know what it would have done for them, but the fact that Colorado slapped them in the mouth so hard, it was like they never really recovered from it. That's what I noticed from just even being in the stands. Like, once they realized it wasn't sweet, they thought it was going to be a sweet game. Once they realized, oh, it ain't sweet. Everything that we thought they couldn't do, they're doing. Oh my goodness, we can't go back to the drawing boards now. It's too late. And from that point, Colorado just pounced on them. And it's like getting in a fight with somebody, and they hit you one good time. Oh, I didn't know they can hit that hard. You shouldn't. You should treat them like they George Foreman, so you won't get caught off guard. And I think that's what happened from beginning to end.
So when you was at the game, so tell us about your experience at the game. Did you go to a tailgate? You just went on inside the game. Was there a lot of Colorado fans there?
When I got there, I called myself gonna get there early enough to walk around. At first, it was like I'm gonna get there and look around. Then it went to okay, I'm gonna get down, look around a little bit. Then I got there like right before 1:30, and I was like, people are already lining up. Let me go in the stadium. Then it poured down rain. I saw the players on the field through the little stadium. And then with a bleacher stadium. It's a nice size high school stadium. It's bleachers all the way around. Your one row up, 2 rows up is really like 1 row at Colorado. They call it a bouncy house because it bounced because it's bleachers, on like steel beams. But we stood outside. It poured down raining. And rained hard for like over an hour. And one thing I can say, that field was immaculate because that all that rain and you not see one splash, one puddle, no sliding, no mud. That was Georgia. It would have been a mud fest. So shout out to that field crew and that Florida soil and grass. But the fans came in. They tried to kind of like do the whole, home field advantage thing with the kids doing the talking junk, but it wasn't enough of them. It was so many Colorado fans down there. It was like almost 50-50 to me. For every person from UCF, you saw it was the same color, so you really got to pay attention to the emblem. But every person you see, UCF, CU, UCF, Buff. It was in all colors, shapes, and sizes and ages. It's interesting. Colorado fan base isn't interesting. It was interesting because it wasn't a home game for UCF by any means.
Right.
I mean, the crowd, like even when you sit in your session, you sitting by a whole bunch of CU people, even though you don't CU side, they never really had a home field advantage. They tried to amp themselves up before the game, but once that game started and they thought it was gonna be sweet, they started real quick. Oh, this is about to be a problem. They couldn't. I don't think they ever really stopped Colorado from moving the ball.
Right. Outside the first series, that's about it.
Yeah.
That was it there. So
I knew he was in trouble.
Yeah. So when we look at the defensive side of the ball, I know that I'm talking about Trav still. When we look at the defensive side of the ball, to see it on TV, Hill Green, Bentley, Cameron, Young Craig, Block Bully, do they move fast as they move on TV in person, and are they really physical when you look at them in person like they is on TV?
I mean, I think TV is a better view. You really want to enjoy a game,
right?
It's TV. You get replays. Like they weren't showing no replays. Like you always got the best seat. If you in the middle or towards the end, they go down the other end. You looking at their back. You don't get shots like TV. TV is just better. Far as you really want to see what's going on. I can't see who making a tackle sometimes because it's moving so quick. But Hill Green is a grown. We knew that when he came. See, people don't know what we talked about. We know Hill Green, it was the boy from Tennessee. The boy from Tennessee went somewhere else. Hill Green came. Hill Green looked like a dog. He like a grown man. People forget. He big as any running back. He already like 6'2", 230. Remember, we talked about that. So it's not going to be too many running backs, especially at the college level, bigger than him. Or quarterbacks. That's why he was able to thump that quarterback. Hill Green walking around there like a transformer out there amongst, he's walking around and it's like he just big, Even when he was sitting next to Colorado, he just big. And Block Bully just was a bully. I mean, they could have called his name every play. Like it was calling his name every play in the game. It was like Block Bully. It could not move him. 2-3 people could not move him at all.
Right.
And guess what? They're not gonna be able to do it next game either. Because I'm looking at the style of play. It's like a combination of this game and North Dakota State, which I was surprised. I was just looking at a little Shedeur C clip that coached at North Dakota, and one of their linemen came from North Dakota State. So they got some North Dakota State in them, but how they blocking schemes remind you a lot. Like these pulling, you remember how we talked about they be trying to pull Shedeur, they gonna wear them out. How they be trying to pull them guards and do all that. They're not gonna be able to do that with our line because it's gonna be too much traction in the backfield. You leave him, he coming right behind you. He gonna clog it up.
That's why they need to put Buell in there when they do that.
Well, Buell's in there, and Buell gets so low. Buell's come, he line up low and he stay low.
Yeah,
he crab crawling in the backfield. He just is a clogger. Now Barnes is a big old giant, but he stands straight up.
He stands straight up.
Him people in the face mask and stuff, and like if Barnes learn how to stay low like Buell,
yeah,
first round,
he will. But he got at least 3 more. He got 2 or 3 more years, so I think they'll get that.
He got to get his leg. He got to learn how to stay low.
Yeah.
But he can knock some passes down, though. He can knock some passes down.
Yeah, he's a big boy, man. I like him in that middle, along with Block Bully. Yeah, I love that combination. But when you look at
I think he can knock some passes down because he stands straight up. All you do is put his hands up.
Right. So when you look at Travis, when he made that interception, were you looking at that play while you were there, see how it was going to develop before it happened? They was in the cover too, right?
It was in the zone, and he was kind of like it. Probably was a combination type coverage, honestly, because I don't think they just go to no pure nothing. Because they wasn't in man. It wasn't in man. I know that.
No.
And he kind of just sat back, released the man, and said, "I know he ain't finna throw the ball." And then he just dove and got it. And it's like the quarterback don't have the kind of arm, and Travis.
Somebody hit him though. Somebody was hitting him. I think it was BJ Green.
Possibly, but I'm saying like Travis was sitting there daring him to throw it.
I know it. He was about 6 yards out from the wide receiver. I mean, the running back. He still throwing it out there. I said, "What that quarterback doing?"
He was covering the flats, and he left him open, basically daring him to throw it. Because whether he picked it off or not, he was gonna break it up or something. Because he was sitting right that way.
Right.
He was sitting right that way.
When we play Kansas State, right? That wheel route. We can't cover that wheel route for some reason. What's going on? When you was at the game, what do you see?
He wide open. Bentley. When I looked at Bentley never looked at him.
He never looked at him?
He why you think he ran and then ran behind him? He was
he didn't know. They said the coaches said they told him this what finna happen. And he still couldn't get there.
It's like he was looking in the backfield and he's like, "Oh, coach told me this."
Yeah.
He was watching for the quarterback, and then by the time he realized, he's like, "Oh, shucks, the dude gone." Like he never covered him. He never tried to cover him. That's why he was trailing behind him. It was like he might as well not even been out there,
man.
Because the way he never covered him from his jump. He never intended to cover him. It's like, "Oh, sucks. Let me run behind him," but the dude was already gone. And way faster. But my thing was The safeties was gone.
I'm
Nobody was
just
back.
saying, what kind of defense they was
They
in?
started
Because
running
did
the
they
ball.
have any wide receivers over there?
They ran them off. Travis came from the other side, and you see tried to run them down.
Yeah, I thought Travis coming. Look, I'm trying to figure out. I got to go back and look at, did they have a wide receiver or somebody over that side? I know
Somebody
they
over
had
there
somebody on the
ran
other
them off.
side.
Of course, they're gonna run them off. They're gonna like run to the other side of the field like a post. They ran to run that safety off, ran that corner and that safety off.
Right.
So
Yeah.
the only person end up over there is the linebacker, the
Man.
lone linebacker. It's the perfect call.
Yeah. So they need to straighten that out, man. I'm tired of seeing that play. They
But
look,
that's what happened when you in man. See, if you did that play like Travis would have been waiting over there. If you
right.
had if you was in that kind of zone, he would release his man to the safety and he would have picked up that running back coming out the backfield. But because they was in man, nobody over there but man. That's why that linebacker is in man. Typically, your linebacker on running back is all right. Now they can do that. Guess what? They're gonna try it with. You already know who they're gonna try.
They're gonna try it with Dylan Ellis.
Exactly.
I mean, they ought to know that. That's why I want Bentley out there on. I'm gonna see Webster out there on.
Well, they ain't finna cover Dylan either.
Somebody got to cover it. Now, listen, if they fall out there in a man-to-man and they see Dylan Edwards out there in the backfield, what you think they finna do? You don't think they're gonna run that wheel route?
They're gonna try it.
Well, who gonna match up with him?
They're gonna have to be in the right defensive scheme.
Now, if they got three wide receivers or two wide receivers,
linebacker 1-on-1 gonna cover him.
I know that, but you just can't keep getting beat with that same play.
But that same play ain't happened but one time.
That could be the game changer.
It's a game changer, but my thing is the only way you gonna cover it is if you in some type of zone. Or else you gonna spend a linebacker.
They don't look good in zone. Do they look good in zone?
Do you see Travis pick it off?
That's the only, like you said, that was only one time.
Yeah, but I mean that's the only way you Dylan come in, you might want to be in zone. You might want to change the package.
Hey, you got a super chat there from Miss D. God dog. Boy, at first I thought that thing said $499. It's $49.
Man, my computer froze. I hear you talking and don't computer froze. I'm still looking at T Reese.
Yeah, you got a super chat there. She said, I appreciate you, Greg. Said it $49.99.
Cool. I can't even see it. I don't know why my screen froze, but I'm able to see. Hear you, but I can't see the screen.
Oh, you can't see the screen. I couldn't hardly hear you at first when you came on.
I don't know what this thing doing. I'm still on. It still froze on T Rashay.
Well, I ain't got none of that now. It's just me and you and our names are there. But when we look at the Kansas State offense, that quarterback, Avery Johnson, boy, he looked different, man. He looked different than any quarterback we don't face. What y'all think, chat? What y'all think about Avery Johnson? Deb, I see you, Deb. What's up? What is the key to Colorado slowing down their offense?
I'm just coming back over. You're going to have to do it the same way you played North Dakota State and the same way you played the last game.
That's a different team, man. They got more speed on Kansas State, bro. They got more speed. We lost Greg. He having technical difficulty. He'll be back up. Let me see what y'all say. Brian, what's up, Brian? Brian say, can Jalen Wester cover Evers? No, he can't cover. He can't. They got to put somebody on whenever they go man to man. They have to play more zone. Our defense ain't comfortable in zone, Mr. Johnson. Jackson, 18. Put that pressure on. I go with you on that. Don't fall. TWB said, don't fall for the misdirection. Hey, that's true. That's true. Hit that quarterback. Yeah, they got to make him pay. Make his butt tap out. That's what they got to do. Make him tap out. Just like we did Jefferson. We got to make him tap out. JJ, what's going on? What big game? Let's see what big game has Avery Johnson won on the road? See you and win this game going away. It ain't gonna be easy, big dog. It ain't gonna be easy. They got more speed. You got Dylan Edwards speed. They running back got speed. His name is Gillen. He pretty good. I think Gillen probably the best running back we gonna face. Then you got Dylan Edwards. Got to worry about his speed. So that's gonna be a key to big dog. Think about man, there. Same as last week, but the difference is to contain the outside. True. It's gonna be crucial. It's gonna be imperative. Man, it's gonna be, yeah. They got to contain that outside. I think Sam did a good job. Sam Okaloko did a good job Saturday, him and BJ Green. But when Hayden come back, who gonna start? Cause Hayden was struggling like that for containment wise, but he was putting the pressure on the quarterback. And they have also went to say they aren't a between the Tigers team. They not. They are. The quarterback isn't either. True. Make him throw the ball and we win. That's the key to the game. They got to make him throw. They got to put him in third and long whenever they on the defensive side. And whenever they run that ball between that A gap and B gap, hey, the law firm got to make them pay. Make their ass tap out. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, you two. I ain't mean to say that. But they got to make them tap out. Mark Davis said, rushing the quarterback. Stay showing him pressure. Yep. Western can cover that wheel route. I don't know about that. If Dylan Evans out there, he ain't gonna be able to cover. He ain't gonna be able to cover that, Mr. Franco. Johnson is fast. He is. You have to get to the fastest player. You got to get the fastest player to cover him. Yeah. But it's gonna be different when they go man to man. Cause we stay in the man to man coverage most of the time. Brian says, how about Isaiah Hodge covers Elvis? Uh who you gonna take out the field? You gotta take somebody out the field when you do that. We need more speed. I agree with you on that. Contain him, put him under arrest, and he will likely make a bad decision when he has to be hit hard when he runs. Yeah, they got to hit that quarterback hard. You're right. You're right on that. Rodney Jefferson, what's up, dog? If Colorado start playing more zone defense, they will get more turnovers. I like them in that man to man. The way they've been when they go to whenever they go to the zone on third down, they give up a big play too much to me. Miss D, Johnson is fast. He is real fast. TWB, once that quarterback get popped, it's a wrap. They got to pop him more than one time, big dog. Pop him more than one time. Rodney Jones, what's going on? You new to me. You new to me. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Defense gets 3 and out. They got to. They got to. That's the key of the game. I'm telling you, our defense is a show all by itself, y'all. They are. I'd rather watch them play defense than offense this year. TR said, K-State quarterback, shut down his running, make him treat you passing. He is not consistent. He is not consistent, accurate. Make him throw and he will make. Same thing Dale say. And I agree with y'all. Winston said, let Cam be the spy. Let him put a hit on him. That might work. Jacqueline, we saw the run and he covered the run. He started covering the run and he was trucked. Wilson, yeah, make him bow down. You're right. You're right. Make him bow down. Miss Johnson, BWatts, they are not comfortable playing zone. They are not. They sure not. Because we are not running much zone. That's true. That's true. JJ, number one, stop getting. They got to. They got to. He fast too now. They got to. Number two, keep Johnson in the pocket. Just same thing Deb said. That same thing Deb said. And I agree with you, JJ. He is not a world beater passing the ball. He's not CU offense. He is an extension of the defense and vice versa. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. But like I said, the key thing is containment. Containment. Can't let Johnson get outside. Now I watched that last game he played. That boy just fast as Michael Vick. He getting old, man. I don't think nobody gonna catch him on the outside, y'all. I'm just being honest. He fast. He fast. He fast. They can't let the emotion of Dillard Edwards coming back get to him either. get to me. No, they can't. No, they can't. I don't know where Greg at. Dale, where you at? I'm drop this link. I don't know if you can come up or not. I'm gonna drop it. I don't like JR. What's going on, JR? I'm gonna drop this link, see where y'all come up. Greg having difficult. That if y'all can. You know, you might not. Man, I ain't too good at dropping this link, but I'm gonna try. All right. Copy. Gotcha. Man, hold on. Y'all hold on a second. I'm gonna figure this thing out. Y'all hold tight. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Don't y'all go nowhere. Hang tight. Hang tight. Let me figure this thing out. Y'all hang tight. Hang tight. Hang tight. All right. There. JR. Box. Where y'all at? One of y'all come up with me. The Greg gets situated. He have technical difficulty. But like I said, hey, I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be a good game now. It's gonna be a good game, and it's gonna be, I think, nerves and excitement will affect Dylan more than it will see you. You might have a good point there. You might get a good point, but still, that team got more than Dylan. They got more than Dylan now. They got more than Dylan else. You gotta look at them now. I looked at them. I don't think. I watched the whole game. I watched two of the game last night. But the key thing is we got to bring that same physicality to the game that we brought last game. And we got to start off fast. See, what my thing is about CU right now is that offense. The offense, the offense is not starting out fast like I want them to. So for every game this year that I don't saw, the offense first series always end up going backwards. And it's the play call. They running that little sprint, they just throwing the ball out there to the wide receiver quickly. And bro, that is not working. I do not want to see that play no more. The first two passes, they just throwing that little hitch pass out there. Either we losing yards or we're not gaining yards. I just don't want to see that play anymore. I want to see it. I want them to run the ball on first and second down. And on third down, go to Travis. Just like they did on the third possession. Travis, they was in the zone. Travis went up there, found the zone, turned around, Shedeur hit it. First down, move it. That's the first three plays of the game. You cannot go 3-and-out at home against this biggest game of the year so far. They don't need to do that. They don't need to do that. They just don't. Pat Sherman do not run that play no more. Star not. Don't run it. I don't want to see that play because they always going backwards. Play every game, starting the game off. Or they going to Draylon Miller starting off, and they ain't getting no yard. They need to run the ball. Use those running backs. Use those running backs. I keep freezing up too. I don't know what's going on this internet, y'all. I don't know what's going on this internet. My dog, what's going on? JR, what's up, man?
BWatts, what's happening, sir?
Nothing much, man. Appreciate you for helping me out tonight, man. Appreciate you. But
Oh, no problem, man.
yes, sir, yes, sir. I want to welcome JR Boston to the show, y'all. Y'all don't mind, hit that like button until Greg get his whatever he got going on straighten out. He'll be back up. He'll be back up. But JR, when we look at Kansas State, right? What is some of the key factors that Coach Prime and Colorado Buffaloes will have to do on the offensive side to get them off fast?
I would say to start off on the offensive side of the ball, establishing the run. That's key.
Yeah,
Kansas State is considered, more of a finesse team. Although their running back is very good, but their defense is more of a finesse style defense. They don't do anything that's overly impressive, Kansas State on defense. Kind of a middle of the pack Big 12 defensive team. But BYU was able to establish a rhythm by running the ball on timely situations. So I believe if CU can come out and establish a run in timely situations, and I think that'll be a very good key to success for us to start off offensively.
right. So when we look at the our running back room, right? With Isaiah. When Isaiah came in the game, boy, he just looked different to me. I don't know if he was just fresh or see UCF defense was just tired, but when they brought that dude in, man, he was cutting them up. He just didn't get enough. He just didn't get enough carries to me. But all the running back looked good, but he just looked,
Absolutely.
boy, he just looked different, me, big dog.
Yeah, no, I told my wife, we were at the game, we were in attendance at that UCF game, and and my wife asked me that question. She said, "Well, why wasn't that guy, in the game?" And I said, "It's just a personnel thing." But I told her, I said, that brother was starving. He was starving for his opportunity to show what he could do. And that's what competition brings, right? When you have competition on your football team, when you have players that are comparable to being on that field, that brings out the best in everybody. And that young man was starving to show what he could do on that field. And when he got those touches, he sure did. He showed his butt off.
Yeah. And so, Greg, JR said he was there too. So, Greg, when you there, when you saw Isaiah hit the field, he just looked different on TV to me, man, when I was watching the game compared to the other two. The other two looked good. Now, they did good. Don't get me wrong. But, boy, when he got that ball, Greg, boy, he know what to do. He was down here every play.
I mean, I think he probably the most. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, I think he probably one of the strongest ones when that game at least he probably the strongest runner that we seen in that game. It's good to have three though, because stuff happened like we seen with Hayden. Any one of them can sprain an ankle or get hit in the knee or whatever. People think
Right,
you have one or two running backs. No, you got to have at least three. You got to have at least three strong because stuff happen. Players get pulled a certain way. But he seemed like he's running harder. It seemed like he's getting more in his groove. And three different styles of running back. You
right.
know, that Welch, he's just a bowling ball. He's just a
Yeah,
bowling ball. You can't see him. He hid behind the big lineman, and he run hard and low. He's good for the goal line. But I definitely think Auguste is a home run. He's the home run running back. He hit a seam. We haven't seen his speed yet. They mess around and leave a seam. The thing about Colorado that people don't get, people think, oh, y'all think y'all won. Colorado is not at their best. I told people all year, wait till the fourth or fifth game. I specifically said between UCF and Kansas State. We're going to start to see this team gel. The key is start to see them gel.
Mm-hmm.
They're not peaking yet. See, people want to jump over here now. Oh, nobody can beat them now. Now stay where you were.
yeah,
This team ain't peaking yet. Y'all think y'all seeing the ceiling. Oh, they playing. Can they play at their ceiling? It's not their ceiling. It's not their ceiling. They just now starting to play like they should have been playing because they're a new team, new coaches, new players. They learning to play together. But we ain't seen their ceiling. And I hate to say it, but if they stay healthy, we're not gonna really see their ceiling until about Arizona.
Mm.
that's a good point. That's a good point. So when you look at go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know the schedule, but I'm thinking like about a couple more games, and it's gonna be on a team that we need them to peak at because that's when people start going down, like a Texas Tech, Kansas. You know, typically people they playing good, they start playing down, and they can slip up. But Colorado's gonna still be on the incline.
Mm.
They can. That's a good point. They can. I see
Yep.
that. I see that. So JR, the play of Shedeur this year compared to last year, what have you seen out of him so far this year?
Oh man, I mean, he looks amazing. The things that we know about Shedeur, right? The poise, the accuracy. But what I'm more impressed by is the leadership that he is showing.
Mm-hmm.
The leader that he is. We knew he was a leader, but we're actually getting to see it now. I saw it firsthand. I saw him on that sideline coaching his guys up. You know, after that big drop by Will Shepherd during that Baylor game,
Mm-hmm.
that's an easy time to be down on a player. But what did Shedeur say? Hey, my guy is back. He ain't never left, right?
Right.
So that leadership that Shedeur is showing this year, it just speaks volumes. And I think that's why this offense is starting to hit that stride, like Greg said it. They're building that steam, and they're looking really good doing it.
Greg, how you look to see him in person? How you look? How Shedeur look in person?
Well, shout out to Miss D. I see my computer froze while I was showing. I'm just now seeing the super chat. And appreciate you, Miss D. Like I said, when you see people in person, not only you see the size and all of that, but you see how they move.
Right.
Colorado got pros on their team, and they look like pros. Travis Hunter looked like he out there with little boys, like he playing with little brothers. Like how he just moving around, like them catches he was making, is like it wasn't no competition. Shedeur float, the way he threw that ball up the Will Shepherd out of his hand, I was like, he knew that was going in his zone. It never was a doubt. He let that thing float way. Everybody was like in awe. That quarterback can't throw like that. He
Mm-hmm.
floated that thing up so high, it was like everybody was like, oh, like everybody breath stopped. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I thought it was. Hey, I thought it was an interception. I said, "Oh, dude, why you
no,
do that?"
man, you at the game. It was like he threw it in the perfect spot. One thing about Shedeur, when he throw it, he has a tendency to throw it in the perfect spot. Like when LeJounte caught that ball at Baylor, that was the perfect spot. If it was up a little
Absolutely.
higher, it would have been broke up.
Yep.
And Shedeur has a tendency to kind of put that thing there, and out of his hand, I was like, "Oh, shucks," because I'm watching. You know, you can't see it in the game. I knew he was throwing it to, and it was like, "Oh man, he got him," because he had the inside on him. And it's like when you look at those boys, like in person, you know you seeing pros playing amateurs. That's what you get a
Mm-hmm.
feeling of. Before the game even started, like when you look at Hill Green out there, he look like a grown man playing with some little kids.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
It looked like a grown man, like he stand out, how he built and how he looked and how he moved. It's like you put Ray Lewis back in college. That's how it feel like he don't belong out there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And
Wow.
Shedeur like that too. Shedeur they throwing them boys around like they little kids.
Oh
Yeah.
man, a wrecking
hey,
ball in there,
hey,
Greg.
talk about those, bro. I saw a video. A man I had on yesterday. He sent me, man. This dude, bottom of his leg bigger than my head, bro. JR, I zoomed that thing in. Now I ain't seen him in person. I'm gonna get a chance to see him in Colorado when Kansas State comes. This game coming up. So when y'all look at Shadoza in person, do he look like an NFL player?
Oh, he's
Not a
foul.
college. He's not built like a college student. He's
Yeah.
short, but he's so big. He look like
Yeah.
Tasmanian Devil. You know how Tasmanian Devil, that big bat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he look like in the middle. It's just chaotic in the middle. They can't move him. So it's like
Yep.
all kinds of like, and it's like, and Kansas State gonna have the same problem. I Kansas. That's what I was saying before I froze. Kansas State line, they got a little line and they inexperienced. That's what the documentary was saying. It was inexperienced. They lost a lot of guys last year.
Mm.
He's a veteran lineman. You're not going to bring no young bucks in there who a center 287, 290 and block him. Not gonna happen.
So JR, how he look to you?
Oh man, You know how you see those bodybuilders, right? And they got that build where their arms just kind of stick out to the side. They can't even put their
Yeah.
arms down because the trap's so big and and everything like that. Shoulders so wide. That's how they look out there, man. Just like Greg said, a man amongst boys, man. He was handling his business in that interior defensive line. And the way he slammed that one running back down to the
Oh yeah.
ground, man, when he just
Yeah.
kind of caught him and just that guy wasn't going anywhere, man. So it was amazing to see, man. It was to see it in person. If you haven't been to a Colorado game in person, please go out there, support Coach Prime, support Colorado. While those amazing players are still there, to see it in person because it's something to be of awe for sure.
Wow. So, Greg, you hit on a while ago about Travis Hunter in person. I was like, what you think about Travis Hunter in person, JR? Then you can follow back up, Greg.
Oh man, a pro's pro, right? A lot of talk this weekend about NFL players coming out and saying what he can't do and what they think he should play. Man, the guy is putting the tape out there week in and week out, and to see it in person, to know the way UCF defense they game plan for Travis Hunter and he was still able to catch 9 receptions, 89 yards, and a touchdown. And they game plan for him. When I say game plan, they were man on him, safety over the top the entire game. And when I say Travis was always open, always open. 7-Eleven, he was always open. Shedeur could have threw 25 targets to Travis Hunter, and he probably would have caught all 25 of them. He's that talented of a young man.
Yeah, you'll see that when you go to the game. He's always open, and I know one time he was in the end zone and Shedeur was scrambling around. But I got to think about it. It reminds me about 4 years ago when Travis Hunter was in high school, when everybody finally caught on to him. And I watched him in his senior year. He went up here to Collins Hill, and he looking a lot like how dominant he was his senior year in high school. Is like the whole football team can cover him and he get open and run past everybody. That's what he's looking like this year. Like, let me tell you something about Travis. Travis not a dummy. He like a 4.0 student. So you see that in how he played the game. He's a lot smarter. That's why he's able to predict plays and pick them off. But I'm gonna tell you something about Travis. A lot of people ain't caught on to. Travis is not slow. He tell everybody he's slow. I'm slow. I'm slow. When Travis go to combine, don't be surprised that he run up a 4.3. He's not just quick. And see, he went to team training. Look how fast when he catch the ball, he squirt past everybody like they standing still. He did it last year. When he catch the ball, it's like he make his first move before they even blink, and he running through them like he on the whole, like he got like a time traveler. Like he's not slow at all.
No, he's not slow. I like the way he beat.
He's definitely in the low 4.4s or high 4.3s. And he put on like I can't run, but when he get out on the field, he running past him. Look how he ran. He almost ran that running back down.
I know from the other side. Yeah,
right.
Right.
He ran him down. How many people we don't see him run down with a 10-yard head start this year?
Right.
Yep.
So that's what people got to realize. He's not slow. He just you'll be a fool. They can't cover him because he's actually fast.
So when you look at the quarterback for Kansas State, what y'all think about him? I'm telling you now, I watched both of them games last night, y'all. He way better than KJ Jefferson, man. He's gonna be a challenge, man. I'm serious. If they can't keep containment, bro.
Let me tell you something. You speaking as if they like BYU shut them down.
Yeah.
So we need to watch that film. Tulane gave them the business. Tulane gave the game to Kansas State. They was in field goal position with a few minutes left, and the quarterback doing all that stuff and holding the ball instead of throwing it away or taking the sack, and he knocked the ball out of his hand. That's how they beat Tulane.
Yeah, I
Tulane
saw that.
over.
I saw. Yeah, I saw. I saw.
Get what? Get what? Tulane quarterback can throw the ball. They couldn't do nothing with him. And he wasn't no Shedeur. They couldn't do nothing with him. They couldn't do nothing with him. And Tulane had the game won. And he set up there trying to do all that stuff. He was already in field goal position. And he gave that ball back to them, and that's how they won. And they took the ball. I think it was like they scored. They picked the ball up and took it all the way down. So we don't act like nobody ain't stopped these boys. Colorado can stop these boys playing the same way they play UCF, gap control. You can't run where you ain't got a gap to run in. How you gonna run? You run up the back of Shedeur?
You're right.
Let me tell you something about this quarterback. He's thin as nails.
Yeah.
The way they was popping this quarterback, let him pop this one like that.
Yeah.
Let Hill Green get a hold to him and see how much running he's gonna be doing. He ain't been hit like that.
Right. I agree with you. Yeah.
He's only a sophomore. He's a sophomore. He played with Dylan Edwards.
He fast though, JR.
He fast, but Florida had some fast guys too. They just won their quarterback.
Right. That's what been hurting CU. He fast, y'all.
Yeah. But get what? Get what? When Jefferson, what's his name? Jefferson had one run late in the game that was long. It don't matter how fast he was, it was going to be the same thing. But when Jefferson was getting hit, speed wasn't going to get him out of those situations with Hill Green waiting for him.
Right.
The problem is, can this quarterback take the same hits that Jefferson did?
Oh, no.
Yeah, absolutely not. He wouldn't be able to take a pounding like that. What I will say about the young man is that he's a better athlete than he is a quarterback right now in his career. So what we need to do is make him a quarterback because he's most comfortable being that athlete. You don't have to think when you run. You just run, right? But when you have to pass the ball, you need to dissect the defense. You need to see where coverages are being rolled to. You need to understand tendencies of the defensive play caller, tendencies of the cornerbacks, of the safeties, how they're covering, So those are the things that we need to force this young man to do this game, because if we allow him to run the ball, he'll get yards.
Yeah.
He could break one to the house because he has that kind of electric like speed, right? But if you make him a quarterback, you win the game. Simple as that.
You also win the game by making him have to play from behind.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All that running is cute. But get what? You running the clock.
Absolutely.
See, that's what happens to UCF. UCF can run the ball too. They look at the
Sure
yards
did.
they had.
They got behind.
They had the same statistics as we had. Passing yards were similar, but they weren't able to score. They got in the red zone and couldn't score. We did. So it's like
Colorado defense, shit. I think I had the stat earlier this morning.
They say they're 13 behind Michigan now.
Yeah, I think so, Greg. I think they've been down there. I had the stat. Go ahead, though. I ain't mean to cut y'all.
I heard that today on one of them shows. They say Colorado is total defense, not they run defense no more. Their total defense is 13th, right behind Michigan. They said it was like 111 or something last year. So you're looking at a defense that people are starting to realize that Colorado, they haven't gave up more than 7 points in the second half all year, including that boogeyman Nebraska game. No team has scored more than 7 points in the second half. So what they're telling you is you better get all you can in the first half statistically. If you don't, you're bound to lose because everybody they beat. See, even when they beat North Dakota State, even when they beat, Baylor, they played from behind most of these games except Colorado State. In Colorado State, it was a slow game, like 7-3. It's slow. If Colorado mess around and do what they did against Central Florida, like score 14 points in the first quarter, score 7, you're done. You're done. Only people who have a chance of beating Colorado is somebody who get out and score 21 to 28 points in the first quarter. and they bank on you not being able to score. The problem is Colorado. The only way you do that on Colorado is they make mistakes, like that wheel route, special teams, some crazy like that. Well, we
Right.
got to give you 14 points in the first quarter, and you up 21. You get 21 in the first half to our 14, 21 to our whatever. The problem is you're not finna score the rest of the game. And the problem is Shedeur know it's almost like playing in overtime. He knows exactly how many points he need to get. He seemed like he played better that way. That's why it seemed like it's weird. He like to play from behind because he know what he got to get. Oh, all I need is 2 more touchdowns. It seemed like his mind or something functions in a way. It's kind of like adolescent, like he can see it. It's almost like working with him. You need to teach him like goal setting for the first half. Like, all right, this is what we need to do for the first quarter, second quarter. Because if he can see it, he can run you down. He can be down 14 points. If he can see it, he'll run you down.
JR, what you think about that offensive line, man? How they perform to you? How they look this time?
They look great, man. They look great. I'm not gonna lie, that was a concern of mine. I was even speaking to fans and stands about it. Like, even though UCF to that point had only gotten 1 sack, but you are who you are, right? You are what you see every Saturday. So that was a concern. We came off of that Baylor game and they gave up 8 sacks. So I was like, Lord, what these boys gonna look like? If we could protect Shedeur, we all said if we could protect 2, we could do some amazing things. And those young men, they played hard, they played disciplined, they played together. So the way they gelled and they fit during UCF, that was something to be seen. And you need to keep that going. Whatever that looks like, unfortunately, guys are out to injury and things like that. But whatever that looks like, that cohesion that those 5 guys had right there, along with the young tight end,
Oh
Savell
man,
Smalls,
small, yeah.
along with
Yeah.
him, the way they utilized him on some of those blocking
Like a
schemes.
fullback. They use him like a
Exactly.
fullback.
It looked great, and it looked like Pat Shurmur studied some of his predecessors from the NFL, because I've seen the Saints do that same thing and run their tight end. They'll use what's the name, Tatum Hill, and he'll come in there and do a smash block or a wham block or something like that. And so it looked like Pat Shurmur looked at some of his predecessors, some of his peers in the NFL, and was like, you know what? I could probably incorporate that into my scheme. We got the kind of players that can fit that. And that's what they did. It looked real good. The offensive line looked real good this game. Really good, really impressive.
I'm gonna tell y'all what really is going on. Y'all want to know what's really going on? Last year, see, you play ball. They talk about Nick Saban, how he beat his players in all week. But last year, I noticed Coach Prime has a tendency to not let his players hit. He don't want his players to get hurt. He stopped letting them hit like probably first, second week of camp to preserve them. When he got to Baylor after that Nebraska, and leading up to Baylor, probably a little CSU, he made them start hitting at practice. Forget about it. Forget about it. You're going to hit. We want y'all to be more physical. You notice that they've been getting more physical the last couple of weeks because he letting them hit at practice. He let them hit the running backs. He let them hit the scout team running backs. They go full speed. So what we're seeing is that physically it's hard to like tackle well when you're doing 2-hand touch at practice. You're playing 7-on-7, pulling flat, and they tackling like that. They not completing their tackles. And defense is more aggressive because he's letting them be more aggressive at practice, which means that offensive line is getting real reps now. The linebackers is getting real reps now. The only thing left, Coach Hart, I know you here somewhere. You was here last time. Coach Hart, y'all need to be practicing that night, sir. Pass the message. Greg said it. Shut down the day practices. Go to night practice. I'm telling you now. quit the 10 o'clock practices. From here on, this week, next week, practice at game time.
Mm-hmm.
Practice at up under them lights where they blind you. It's cooler at night. Practice at night. Get their bodies used to playing at night. These people trying to screw y'all over with these 8 o'clock games back to back to back. And y'all come out there all sleepy and we had to wait on the game. Forget that. Get your bodies used to it now. Get them out there and practice at night. Not the day before the game, the whole week. They need to go out there and practice need to start at 6, 7 o'clock. Like warm-ups like you do for the game and practice at night.
Mm-hmm.
That'll help them. You can't practice at 8, 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock in the morning and your mind and everything, you done at 12. But they only practice an hour and then expect them to get out there and play from 8 to midnight. Your body like, I used to be chilling right now. Your mind is like, I used to be chilling right now. You gotta get yourself into that environment. That's gonna make a difference. It's gonna make a difference.
You make a good point. I can't knock you for that. So, Jr. When you look at Big Jordan C, boy, I'm telling you, he took a lot of heat coming into the season. That ain't no way no freshman gonna start. He ain't gonna be that good. But we watched his journey through summer, spring, and fall, and the way he playing now, he might give up a hole every now and then. But you got to give it to him as a freshman. He holding his own on that offensive line.
Absolutely. I mean, the young man, he looks truly amazing. Every bit of that 5-star plus rating across all these recruiting sites, he has been. And I honestly think he is the de facto leader on that offensive line.
Yeah.
You can see that young man inspiring his peers on that offensive line to say, "Come on, man, we got to do this." You see that in those well-off clips, in those reach to people clips, in those pregame show clips. That young man is a bona fide leader. He's a gentle giant, but when he get on that field in between those white lines, he know how to play some doggone football. So amazing young talent, and it's only up for him. He only gonna get better and better week in and week out.
Good point. Greg, when you look at him in person, how you look out there?
Well, Big Cedar.
Yeah.
You know what I look at? I don't even see this year. I see like in a couple years, he gonna be a wildebeest out there. Like high school. He's gonna be so much bigger and stronger than everybody. It's gonna be scary. Because you look at a guy who has that size and growing into it in his mind, like I'm this big, he's already like pro size. His mind got to go into it. Once he realizes how big and strong he is, it's gonna be scary. You're gonna start seeing flashes of it next year. But by the third year, he gonna be a guy who just manhandle people coming off the edge, like maul them, because he gonna have the skills and he gonna have the strength. Been in the weight room a couple more years, and his mind finally gonna realize I'm 330. Muscle.
Yeah.
He's not gonna run past me, and he gonna be upper class. So I think he gonna start to realize it. I think he's starting to realize he can play at this level. Because when you come in as a high school, you got to prove yourself, and you listen to all that talk. I think at some point he gonna realize, oh, I fit in out here. I can play out here, and again, that's gonna be part of that right there. They think we're gonna do this. These boys ain't woke up yet because they've been living up the bashing and the trashing. They're not gonna get cocky. They're gonna start to realize, oh, we really not as sorry as I started to let people almost trick me into believing that we only gonna win 5 games. And once they realize beat this team, they're gonna start to believe. So I don't even think they fully believe yet. Right now, they just tunnel vision.
Right.
Once they start believing, oh, we got a shot. We actually can win the conference. Because this Coach Prime ain't said, but he said. He said 1 at a time, get Miss Peggy to a bowl game. Then we go and focus on the conference.
Right.
That's what he was focused on from the jump. But he said their vision ain't big enough. So after they start winning, eventually they're gonna be able to look at him. He gonna be like, yeah, Yeah, and now y'all finally see because he couldn't tell them that in the first couple games. They didn't believe. Like you say, y'all don't believe. But I think that belief gonna kick in, and that incline gonna just keep going. We ain't even seen Colorado yet.
Might have a point there, Greg. You might have a good point there. JR, when you look at Cameron Simeon Craig, the safety, the heartbeat for that defense. They say he's too small, too little. But
Mm.
boy, when he hit you, you feel it. So when y'all saw him in person, how did he play in person to y'all? How did he look on the field?
Oh man, the word I can use for him is cerebral. The way he was out there lining his guys up, the way he diagnosed plays, the way he ran down people to make those tackles, cerebral. You know, a pro. People may not consider him a pro. He's a pro on that field. Uh, you said it. Rob Livingston said it. He the heartbeat of that team, not of just the defense of that team. When he speaks, those players listen because he's dialed in. He was cerebral out there on that field. He knew exactly what was going on, and he put himself in the situation or in the position to make plays time in and time again. He looked amazing out there.
I look at you, Greg.
Well, you got to think about it. This guy did this since his freshman year at Jackson State.
Right.
They call him the Honey Badger. He is the Honey Badger. The Honey Badger was small as he is. When you look at him next to Ed Reed in the picture, Ed Reed not that much bigger than him.
You right. You
They
right.
about the same height, same size. Sometimes you just play big. Ed Reed just played big. But you look at Ed Reed, the height was the same. He probably had a little more muscle. Guess what? All these boys gonna put on more muscle when they get what they say, get them private chefs and all that. You know, they gonna put on more muscle. Every last one of them doing between here and the combine and all that. They gonna put on muscle. And once you do this for a living and you ain't going to class, you better be putting on muscle to protect yourself. So he gonna put on another 10, 15 pounds of muscle. The problem is with him, he is smart and he knows how to assimilate the play. So you're not really gonna have an advantage on him because he's gonna meet you in the gap before you get head of steam.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what he
Yeah.
do. He come up before he let you come up, and he pop you, pop,
Yeah.
and that's what he do. And he coming at a full speed. He's banking on him getting his speed up before you get your
Before you
speed.
get yours up. Yep.
Exactly.
That's what he
Exactly,
do.
Greg.
I say, is he a linebacker? Because he was up in the linebacker box because he know I can't let these boys get their speed up. I'm gonna hit them before they hit me. And he had like 15 tackles that game. He had like
Yep.
5 of the 7 tackles. And it's like that's how he play. He plays smart. And that's a dangerous guy. That's the guy who will make you fumble.
Yeah.
Because he coming up full speed before you get your speed up. You trying
Right.
to read blocks, he coming in like a missile. Bam! Because you trying to read the block, and he don't see him come out of nowhere. And Shilo play the same way. They really
Same way.
identical. Shilo just a little bigger.
Right.
Yep.
And Shilo is a little he's a little nasty.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Shilo a little
He got the
nasty.
dog.
It's exactly what he is. You're a little nasty. His dog
He
got
got a
that
little
dog
nasty.
in him. He got
He
hey
trying to when he hit you, he can hurt you.
hey, he tried to hurt you.
Yeah,
Check, I
yeah.
got a question right here for both of y'all. Starting off JR. What impact does the recent red shirt have on the linebacker room for the remainder of the season?
You know, I would say it gives those guys different looks, right? It gives that first team offense different looks because people got to understand those guys redshirted, so that means they're not playing in the games, but they can still practice with the team. They still lifting. They still in film study. So they're being utilized to help the team get better overall. So they'll be at practice on the second team, on the scout team, playing positions that our future opponents will be in so they can emulate certain styles and help our offense get better. So they're helping the team get better and they're helping themselves. They're preserving their extra year eligibility to give themselves the best opportunity to fulfill their dreams of being pros.
Good take.
You sound like a good politician. Let me translate what he really meant.
Hey, yeah, you get. Hey, you,
That was
hey,
like,
that was the clean version. You finna get the dirty
okay,
version.
let me translate that. Good they left. Great.
Get nasty one time in this thing, Jr.
Look, he said that right. He was like,
Hey, I don't heard you on the others platform to get nasty now.
what he really meant was good they gone. Great. Good pass. Let me tell you why.
I knew he was gonna say it,
Let me tell you why.
but
It's
why?
a linebacker's dream. Because now we just got our newest member to the law firm. We got Wester, Bentley, Hillgreen, and Associates. All right. Because they was only holding him back. Because JB trying to be nice to him, you patting Trevor Wood trying to get his reps in. You only holding back the number one linebacker in the portal on the choke leash. You got him on a chain. The number one linebacker, highest rated linebacker in the portal, can't play because he waiting behind JB and Trevor Woods. Now y'all don't release the dog. And we don't know what Chainsaw gonna do. He might maul somebody.
The big boy.
You just unleashed the depth. You just unleashed our strongest linebackers who was playing behind the nice political ones. We got Wester now. You see, he come in, pop the quarterback, knock the ball out. So he got in the game.
Yep.
Fresh. That's the kind of playmaking. And once his confidence get up, I'm gonna tell you, he on the same level as the other two linebackers. Everybody's about, not Bentley. Oh, yeah.
He is.
Linebacker.
He sure is.
Like a figure skate. He finesse. He go up on the lineman. He shoot gaps. He can run with the running backs. He's a perfect running back for a K-State. I mean, linebacker for a K-State because he can go get the quarterback.
Right.
So that guy was kind of stuck behind Trevor Woods, and his reps was lower. Now we gonna see the real linebackers come out, and I'm ready to see what Chainsaw can do. You even saw BWatts got in there.
Yep.
He what BWatts was last year when he a 4-3 linebacker.
Yep.
Yeah.
So maybe BWatts was a safety. Maybe he can cover Dylan Edwards. He ran a 4-3. He ran a 4-3 before he was hurt. He was the fastest linebacker last year.
He was.
He still is the fastest linebacker.
He was hurt. He was hurt.
Oh, yeah.
He came in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I saw him in the drill they did the other day.
Yeah, he was from Florida State. He was the
I seen him in the drill. They put the fastest, Coach Prime said, who the fastest linebacker? They said, they pushing Gant out there. He went out there.
They all pushed him out there.
They showed it.
Gant was the real safety that kind of linebacker before Trevor Woods.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a linebacker that can run.
Wow. That's good. That's good to know that. Like I say, I like the linebacker group. I really do now. I think they're finna get ready to make a statement, man. I just really do. It's gonna be hard for not just Kansas State, any team on this schedule to beat Colorado with one-dimensional game plan. If you think you just gonna run over them and just run, and your quarterback can't throw, and you ain't got no at least two wide receivers or a wide receiver or a tight end that you can consistently count on in the passing game, it's gonna be hard to beat Colorado, especially if they get this offense together. They get their offense together and be on one accord. If Colorado jump on you 10 or 14 points by the first quarter, bro, it's a wrap, man. I just think it was a wrap. I do. I think it's a wrap, man. Because one thing I saw Sanders, I don't know how I looked in person. They hit until the down, lane. 0-0 on in the fourth quarter on the clock. They hit the whole game. That last play KJ Jefferson ran, when Hill Green hit it was a pitcher out. They sent to me. He stood over. Boy, he wanted to tap out. He got up, but he fell. He laid back down. He said, man. And the next play they called for him, he started handing that ball off. He said, man. What you call checked out? He checked his own self out. That running back.
The number 13.
He checked his own self out. He said, he ran toward the sideline.
Go ahead, get me out of there.
They tap out, man. And every time they show that, every time they show they sideline, you see that medical tent going up. I said, boy, I'm serious, JR. You saw the medical tent going up, boy. I said, it must be some hard hitting out there, man. So when you look at the job, Coach Hart, I gotta give my boy Greg and I call him out. You know he be watching. I gotta give my boy Coach Hart. Coach Hart done took he take a beat when it comes to coaching and linebacker coach, but the job that he done do it this year, I think is just tremendous, man. Y'all get what y'all think about Coach Hart? How he have moved this year to y'all for us coaching wise, coaching up that linebacker group.
Look, what I'll say is, man, last year I was very critical of Coach Hart. Very, very critical. You could probably find some old videos of me not saying that he needs to lose his job, but just saying, hey, he got to coach better.
Right.
But he's done a tremendous job, man. And knowing your strengths and your weaknesses as a coach, as a mentor, like that's what it's about when you in this arena of building young men. So he's done a phenomenal job getting the personnel that we need on the field to win these games. Everybody was calling for it. Well, we got Nakai Hill Green. He coming in. We got Wester coming in, the number one rated linebacker in the portal at the time. Why these guys not starting? Politics or whatever, giving other guys their shot or whatever, earning their keep, whatever you want to call it. But when it was time to make the switch, he made the switch.
Yeah.
Because he had the guys to make the switch.
Right.
Last year he didn't have the guys to make the switch. You got who you got, so you got to play who you got to play, right?
Right.
But he's shown his coaching his coaching book. He's opened up that coaching book, and then also bringing in that one assistant Hilo.
Yeah.
He's made a tremendous effect on the linebackers on the team. Even to the point where Rob Livingston called him out in an interview 2 days ago. Yeah.
Right. I saw that. Yeah.
Coach Hart has done an amazing job.
Yeah.
He has done an amazing job. But I'm gonna say something. He's done an amazing job. But I'm gonna tell you, it's Hilo. And I was concerned when Hilo came because I didn't want people to be like, well, take credit from Coach Hart. I don't think Coach Hart done a bad job. When I talk a lot about the fundamentals of linebacker. When I saw Hilo come in week 1 and the drills he was doing, the detail he was walking them through, I knew then they was about to get better. And I do believe that Hilo made Hill Green. You got to remember, Hill Green played for Hilo.
Right.
So he definitely had an input, a nudge in Hill Green on in there, because Hill Green was kind of standing in the shadows of Bentley and Woods. And even JB at times. Them the backers right there. But Hill Green should have never not started. Ever. So I know Hilo definitely had some input, but I saw some drills that Hilo was doing. They were very detailed on how to read that they weren't doing. I saw it on the well-off video. I know the drills because I'm looking at the problems they were having. They was not fundamental, and he was going up walking them hand to hand. Trevor,
I saw that. He was telling Trevor, come back, Trevor. They ain't how to do it. Come back, Trevor. They ain't how to do it. Come back, Trevor. They ain't how to do it. He kept saying.
About the typewriter, I'm looking at the drills and how he was teaching them how to move together like a mirror. You don't want one linebacker to move, have that gap, the other one. You want to move like that. That's how you control the lanes. One person moving, they crapping all over each other. That's not good. So Hilo definitely made a difference. I'm sorry. Now I'm not saying that your buddy not good, because he good.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah,
We're gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna leave it right there.
I keep watching right now. You good? What's gonna be good? Them night practices.
But he ain't got no sale those nights, man. That go prime. That go prime.
Buddy though.
What you say? Hey, look at him, man. Hey, guys, time out, man.
Let me finish my joke. Hey, Coach Prime, we need to practice.
Oh,
Now,
come on, man. Come on, Greg.
Greg, stop.
look,
What?
practice at night.
He won't do it on my show, but he won't do it over there on Sunday on his show.
Oh,
That's time. It's
man.
nighttime. It's nighttime. My show be in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So, JR, check this out. Starting off right here. All right. When we play Kansas State, right, on Saturday in 2 weeks, they go for you too, Greg. Check this out. What key matchup y'all gonna be looking for?
One of the key matchups that I'm gonna be looking for is how we stay in how our defensive line is able to stay in the proper rush lanes, right? Because I would say that is the biggest strength of Kansas State, running the ball. Uh, the guy number 31, Giddens, he's a top rusher in the Big 12 and in the NCAA. Their
Mm-hmm.
quarterback can run the ball, and then they got a good change of pace with Dylan Edwards in certain situations. So the defensive line, we want them to tee off, but at the same time, we want them to be gap sound and gap disciplined,
Mm-hmm.
because we don't want to give up the big play. That 15-yard run that KJ Jefferson had in that third quarter, if you let old Johnson run that, that could be a 30, 45-yard run right there. So
Exactly.
staying in those lanes, staying gap sound, gap integrity is, to me, for the defensive line. That's a big key this weekend because we know the offense gonna do what they need to do.
Right. Good point. What's some of the key matchups you looking for, Greg?
Well, first of all, let's clarify. They don't practice at night. If you actually pay attention, they only practice at night the day before the game when they have a night game. All right. They don't practice throughout the week at night. All right. Let's clarify that. Second, let me get your answer.
Greg, they have practice at night earlier in the season. At least one time I've seen them.
You talking about when they did scrimmage, right?
That was practice
Greg
at
not
night,
letting it
Greg.
go. He said, "Y'all better practice
I'm just,
that."
I'm just letting people know, they practice at night when they have a night game, but it's only like that day before the game or something like that, when they, getting ready. But the matchups is, like we already said, it's going to be in the trenches because
Right.
you don't want to open up when your boy Barnes got in there one time, he stood up one time and got turned out the hole, right? And the key is to maintain your gap and all like Shedeur, your inner Shedeur. Don't get cute and try to go around.
Right.
Maintain your assignment, and them ends better maintain. I'm gonna tell you, this boy, I mentioned it in maybe the chat or something we had. This boy don't want to run up the middle. He want to get outside.
Oh yeah. Right.
So
Right.
don't lose containment. Don't lose containment being cute because he wants to hit the sideline. He don't want to go up in there with Hill Green. He want to go out there with Travis Hunter.
Right.
So you just got to maintain your assignment. And I just think about our receivers on their DBs. I told you what Tulane did to them. I didn't watch BYU. I think that we get up on them like we did the last game, 14, 21-7. Teams gonna start to realize they're gonna start hyperventilating. They're gonna go in panic mode because they're gonna realize that's done. They're gonna have to start mentally realizing that I think we can solidify this week. Jump out on Kansas State and keep them down, and teams gonna realize, oh, we better not get behind. That's gonna become the rhetoric that teams gonna say. Don't get behind Colorado because you ain't gonna score in the second half. And if they don't get the points they feel in the first half, they're gonna panic.
Right.
That's what they're gonna have to do.
Yeah. That's a good point. I agree with you 100% on that. Now, when we looked at that pass game, two key plays in that game that I think had a big impact on the way it turned out. When she do throw that interception in the first quarter, we turned around our defensive back, Preston Hodge, intercepted in the end zone. That was another key play. And that field goal before halftime, you got to call Coach Prime last year, he would have went for it. But this time, they kicked the field goal, took the points, and they went up by, I think, two scores, two or three scores. Might have been three scores. I forgot what the score was. But that was a key because they knew, Coach Prime knew they were going to have the ball coming out. at halftime first in the third quarter. So when you look at those kind of coaching decisions from Coach Prime, I think it was huge, JR.
Absolutely. You hear coaches talk about it all the time. Hey, we need to win the last 4 minutes, the last 2 minutes of a quarter, and that's what they did. I specifically remember telling my wife and a UCF fan, I was like, man, we gonna win the last 4 minutes of this quarter.
Mhm.
We are going to win the last 4 minutes of this quarter. And each quarter they did that against UCF. They literally won the last 4 minutes of each quarter against UCF. And that's a testament to the growth of Coach Prime, right? That's things that we didn't necessarily see last year. Uh, we saw some of it at Jackson State. If you follow Coach Prime from Jackson State, but most of the time at Jackson State, he was out to such of a ginormous lead in some of these games. Mistakes could happen, but you don't really pay attention to those mistakes because the team is up by so much. And I
Yeah.
think it was a little bit magnified last year because last year offensive line play, they played behind a lot. They couldn't get in a rhythm. So you look to the coach to make those decisions. It's kind of like, well, I mean, we just got to play through it, guys. But what I saw against UCF, I saw a well-rounded attack by the coaching staff, and that was led by Coach Prime. They
Mhm.
won the last 4 minutes of each quarter against UCF, and it showed. I mean, you look at the score, 48 points hung on them, what, in the bounce house, right? That
Right.
bounce house wasn't bouncing mid third quarter. It was empty.
They were
It
great
was a
too.
CU
Yeah.
home game then.
Yeah. What you think about Coach Prime coaching Greg in that game?
Well, I mean, what we're starting to see, not only the players starting to jail, the coaches starting to jail. See,
Right.
at one point, we was telling people about this ability to have all these NFL analysts, but we also got to see that you got men and egos, and like like we talked about with Coach Hart and Hilo. They with time they gonna gel as well. Like, what's your strength? What's your weakness? Our communication style. We comfortable talking to each other versus hey, how you doing? Yeah. Until we close, and when we close, we can communicate. So when you seeing not only the players was down there for 4 days together bonding, what you think the coaches was doing? See, the
Right.
coaches get the bond, and when you bond with the coach, you ain't walking on eggshells when you know you need to say something to him, but you can't because you don't want to rub him the wrong way. You taking stuff the wrong way because you don't really know him. And it's like all these different things. The coach is gonna, and once we have that advantage, let me tell you why our advantage is this week from UCL. Some miraculous way, we both got a bye week the same week. I've never seen that before.
Right.
Same week, so nobody got the advantage. But guess who got the advantage? Colorado got the advantage because these all this NFL experience and analysts, they can really all that years of experience, not as a college coach, just ball and dissect it. Like you look at a person like Ray Lewis, who talked about how he watched film and how he was able to dissect people and look at their knuckles and ankles and all that stuff. Well, Sap does that. Coach Prime, he told Travis Hunter what to watch out for. When you look at all these different little tendencies, they can have a whole 2 weeks to watch. That's a whole nother level of insight that these NFL players and coaches and coordinators, they doing something on a different level. And that I think that's why I think they're looking so different. I mean, when you look at the jumps they've made from week to week, like nobody's pointing out all this vanilla play call and nobody talking about it. Like the last few weeks, we've been seeing some plays and designs since CSU. Like, what is that? Oh, it's about the pistol. Oh, the little fleet. Look, oh, it's like he putting out stuff. People talking about he be dumb the whole stuff. Look like he was holding some stuff or something because we're not running the same plays we ran the first couple weeks.
Right.
He's using motion. He's using the tight ends, like you said. He's putting
Yeah.
2 running backs in the backfield.
Right.
It's like, whoa. It's like I would be scared to go against these guys because they doing different stuff. They're giving you different looks. So this NFL IQ that they have is going to be scary going forward as they kind of get more comfortable. That's why I'm not looking at just Coach Prime. I'm looking at all of them who are on his level. How many gold jackets he got hanging around? He got Terrell Owens hanging around. What does you think he doing?
Right.
He ain't over there chewing bubble gum.
Right.
They don't realize he got all these eyeballs around. What are they there for?
You're right. Both of y'all made a good point on the coaches, man. It's major in football, especially college, man. It's just a different game. So when you look at speaking of coaching, the job that Robert Livingston doing, he took a lot of heat too, Coach Brian and him, that he ain't never called a play before. Now we in the 5 game. I think Greg always have said it's gonna be interesting. Gonna be interesting when you see everybody on that line and don't and you thinking they rush and they drop back by 5. What you gonna be saying then? And then when you look at the development of the players, Sam Okoloko looked it real good on TV Saturday.
Oh
Now,
yeah.
I'm gonna give y'all 2 questions. How did Sam look and what y'all think about the defense coordinator? Go ahead, JR.
I'll start with Sam Okunlola first. Uh Man, the guy looked every bit of what we thought he would look like coming from Pittsburgh, right? He looked
Mm,
explosive off that end, the way he was crashing in, the way they had the game plan to force KJ Jefferson to his non-dominant throwing side. Like that was built in, and you can tell. Because when Sam was in there, when Arden Walker was in there, they
mm.
crashed hard on that side to
They did?
get KJ Jefferson uncomfortable in that pocket and make him roll out towards his non-dominant throwing arm. That's coaching.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
Rob Livingston.
Right.
That's Coach Stapp. That's Coach Lewis. That's the coaching and the innovation, the intuitiveness that's needed for these young men to thrive out there on the field. And then for them to take that concept and apply it in between the white lines, it was great to see. They looked strong. They looked sound. They understood what was going on, and they knew their keys. And they went out there, and those players, Sam Okunlola, he executed very well. Rob Livingston got tore up during the summer. We had nothing else to talk about. Who is this guy?
You're
We
right.
never heard of this guy. We want Zim. We want Ray Lewis. We wanted everybody but Robert Livingston.
Right.
So Robert Livingston has come in and he's been innovative. He's been collaborative with the coaches on the staff. He said it himself. Coach Prime has said it himself. And so that's what it's about. Greg said it, coming together. They gelling together. Those 4 days, men talking to men, how we need to communicate, how we need to express our feelings, because it's for the betterment of the team, man. That's what it's about.
Mhm.
And so Rob Livingston's coming in and he's breathing a fresh air into that defense. Look, I ain't got no playbook. Tell me what you do well, and I'll put you in position to make you look like a star. And that's what he's doing.
Good point.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, Coach Prime, he only a Hall of Famer. That's it. I mean, he's just a Hall of Famer. He just a Hall of Famer. He ain't like nothing big. Him, Coach Sapp, they just Hall of Famers, like like everybody else. They just kind of just stumbled in there and became like the greatest ever in their positions. Like, so they don't really know football like that, but they got a gold jacket. So, he don't know how to assess players, even though he was on like NFL Network and stuff. He don't know how to like pick players or coaches. He just kind of like eeny, meeny, miny, clearly.
Well, you crazy,
That's
boy.
what they act like. They act like he just like paper, scissors, rock. You know how he was on the airplane? Paper, scissors, Livingston. Paper, scissors.
And treat him like a little kid, Dick Dog.
Right, he just dumb as a rock. He don't know nothing about football. He just a dumb jock who just got a gold jacket one day, put a patch on it. I mean, that's what you got. He chose his staff. He chose his players. He told y'all last year there's gonna be 7 more dogs, and they were dumb enough to think they know better than him. Somehow, this Hall of Famer is just the dumbest person all of a sudden because he's a football coach. He didn't know how many players he needed to have a winning team. He don't been on 2 Super Bowl winning teams. But he don't know what it takes to put a winning team together because he didn't coach a little college football. Right? That's what they're saying. So surely he's not smart enough to pick the right defensive coordinator, the arguably, he say not arguably, best defensive player of all time. Don't know how to pick a defensive coordinator. You think he don't know the questions to ask him? He played defense, duh. How would he not know how to pick a defensive coordinator?
Say it again. Say it again, man.
How would he
God,
not? Out
please
of
say it
all
again.
people, he don't know how to pick a defense coordinator, and he was the defensive player his whole career, a Hall of Famer at it. So that's only a dumb person would think that he's just gonna any money a defense coordinator and not properly screen them. So I knew when the guy came in, talking about I don't have a playbook. Only a dummy believe he didn't have a playbook. He probably got 100 playbooks.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
I'm such a villain. I'm gonna mix them all together and create a custom playbook for y'all. That's what he was saying. Wow. I've been in the NFL all these years. I don't have a playbook. I got a job with no playbook. So you think Coach Prime just pick somebody who I don't know what to do, Coach. I really don't. Just give me the job. I'm just gonna figure it out when I get in there.
Oh man.
But
Say it again,
It
man.
don't work that way. You don't get to say you're gonna do something and then ain't done it. He actually done it. He was in the NFL. You got a Hall of Fame coach. I think they figured it out before he gave him the job. I think. So that's how I feel about him. And you know, like I said, I don't think you've seen his hand yet. See, the problem is, Greg been saying it. So y'all can start listening to Greg. Somebody, well, we watched one dog, we watched one dog leave, right? We had a dog that was here at the beginning of the year. They said, I'm gonna be gone. And it went from a legal side to crime, right? Y'all fill in the blank. All right. The name changed, like I told you, right? The name's gonna change on people because when somebody use common sense, Colorado's defense has not peaked. You have not seen what Livingston can do yet. He ain't had to show y'all nothing yet. Same thing on offense. So when you look at Okanola, all of a sudden he getting pressure. You saw McCoy come out of there, all of a sudden he getting pressure. Arden Walker, who was there last year, all of it. What you're not asking is they got 3 of them. 3. So they're not gonna get tired. Like I said in the beginning of the year. Every time they come in, your linemen gonna be tired and they're gonna be fresh, running like a pack of wild dogs. And you have to block all 3 of them. And Hayes gonna come back. And he gonna be like, I want mine. Now he gotta play harder.
Yeah.
So he gonna come back acting foolish because he gotta prove himself. All that depth we talking about, you just now starting to see it. It ain't talk no more. They all gonna play. And who gonna start? It don't matter. They're gonna come in right behind him. They're gonna put so much pressure on your quarterback, he gonna realize he's not a quarterback. That's what happened to Jefferson.
Right.
This conference does not have good quarterbacks. This is not the Pac-12. They want to run the ball. If you know they running the ball, you got an NFL coordinator, you got Sapp, 2 defensive linemen that played in the NFL. How do you think we're not gonna position ourselves to stop you from running? What he said, earn the right to blitz, earn the right. What he's telling you is you're not going to run the ball. So you're going to have to throw the ball. And guess who's going to be waiting out there when you throw it? Travis Hunter, like he's waiting for KJ. And he's going to be Pick City. And that's the Colorado people ain't really woke up. Wake up, guys. That's who Colorado is. That's their defense. You're not going to run the ball on them. The linebackers that they got are not going to let you run. The defensive line are not going to let you run. They're going to take 3 linemen to block Shedeur by itself. You ain't got that many linemen.
Yeah.
And if I told y'all, if they put 3 on him, them ends coming loose. McNeil coming loose. Buell coming loose. Somebody coming loose. So everything we said is happening. It's no longer theory. That's why all the dogs is gone. All the people who was talking crazy, they gone. That's what we're looking at.
Oh man, that was a good take, y'all, man. JR, I appreciate you tonight, man. I really do, man. Coming in and helping while Greg got his technology right. And ever since Greg been back, boy, he been smoking. He been smoking. He been smoking. Coach Hart, it wasn't me now. Remember, yeah, always Greg every
I
time.
know they saying we practice all day before the game, but we need to throw 2-3 more in at night.
How you Greg? Hey man, we want to thank everybody that tuned in and rock with us tonight, man. I appreciate each and one of y'all. Y'all don't mind smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and also Greg said the channel. We want to thank JR for joining us tonight. We don't want him to be a stranger. Whenever he feel like he want to come up, all he got to do is just let us know. We'll let him come up. It don't matter what night it is, Sunday, Thursday, Tuesday. JR, you welcome, man, to the show. I'll be checking you out on. I think I seen you on Raw, the Man Media. I used to see you on that, but you do a good job. I like the commentary. I always rock with Greg. Greg, one of my dogs. So get y'all final thoughts on the Colorado and K State game. We're gonna get out of here. We'll start with you. You the guest, JR. Go ahead.
Well, I'll say it before Greg said. If I didn't learn one thing from Greg tonight, Colorado practice at night. Hold some night practices tonight. All right?
He turned
Coach
that's
Hart,
not.
if you're in the chat,
But
if you're in the chat, Coach Hart, get to our boy Coach Prime and tell him to do some doggone practices at night. BWatts, man, I really appreciate it, man. I enjoy watching multiple shows throughout the week, man. I always chime in whenever I have a time to. So salute to you, man. I love the channel. I love the positivity and the direction that your channel goes. Greg, also to you, man. I catch a lot of your stuff on replays, Greg, because I'm at work. So I'm working when your stuff is on, Greg. So I catch a lot of your stuff for replay. I listen to it as I'm going about my day. But thank you for allowing me on the platform, BWatts. I definitely won't be a stranger, man. I definitely reach out to you when there's availability. But if you ever need a pinch hit, I'm around, man, and I love to come up on your show. I really appreciate it. So thank you.
yeah, appreciate you. All right, Greg, talk to me, brother. Talk to us.
This is just nighttime, Greg. You know that's why I say it's a difference between the day.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
nighttime.
I see. No, look like you want you do it
This
on
the only time I get to come on at night. Right? Sunday night. So, Coach Hart, you gotta forgive me because I'm not an enemy. I'm a friend. I like jokes just like you. You tell jokes, it's jokes, but
Yeah,
y'all,
hey, I told you was a good guy, bro.
yeah, he asked was I good? He asked was
Yeah,
I good?
he just told us to lighten up a little bit. Lighten up a little bit. That's
Hey
all.
man, everybody know these jokes. We not Colorado haters. These are jokes. Y'all tell jokes on each other. We part of the team. We jokes. Everybody can't be too serious. But we here to see y'all win. Don't get it twisted. We the only ones who been with y'all while everybody else was jumping and popping around.
You right about that.
All right. And what we said is true. So take it for what it is. Truth. We want to see y'all win. We're gonna be out there at K-State. Don't treat us like strangers when we come out there. Everybody know we've been with y'all the whole time. We don't fought more clowns off of y'all and haters than anybody. So we want to see a good show. Kansas State. We chose the right game. We're gonna be out there in the flush. All right. So we're gonna talk more about this. We got a whole nother week. We ain't gonna get too deep, but we're
Yeah.
gonna be talking about it. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Greg said it. I told y'all this is a long season right here. We only halfway there, something like that. So hey.
Yeah. Going fast. You said it's gonna go by fast, and it sure has. All right, guys. Hey, once again, thank y'all, man. Y'all be blessed. Enjoy your family, man. Hope you and your family be blessed. Everybody in the chat also. And if you're tuning in, once again, go over there on Greg said it. Hit like, share, and subscribe if y'all don't mind. And I'll be back tomorrow night. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. What that? Colorado. That's right. That's right. That's right. See you, baby. Hey, I found me I ain't hard to find. I ain't hard to find. But appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a good night. May God continue to bless each and one of y'all, especially to you all and your families as well. Good night. Thank you. Greg put on the show.
Nighttime.
Go ahead and do your thing, big dog. Y'all by yourself. That's great. Hey, appreciate it, big dog. We'll be talking, man. We'll be talking.
All right.
All right, brother. Yeah, great, man. Great. Yeah, man. Oh, what? That one is something else. That dude great. Want to thank JR tonight, man. I appreciate it, man. Good people, y'all. Good people. Once again, don't forget about the t-shirt, y'all. T-shirt broadcast is brought to you by Christy Robinson. I want to thank her for being a partner and sponsorship of the show. And I'm telling you, get this shirt here. Man, I'm telling you. Can't beat it, guys. 15% off. All you got to do is enter the code BWatts, and she will give you 15% off. And all you got to do is just go to my community section on my YouTube channel, click on the link, and you can get the shirt. You can tell it men's and women's sizes in the shirt. You got different sizes on there. I said this shirt right here, man, online is $80, y'all. But you can get this shirt from Christian Robinson with the 15% off BWatts, $25 to $30. And shipping is added in that price. And also, it'll take you 2 to 3 days to get it. Doesn't matter what city or state you're in. Alright? Alright. Hey, I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. Once again, I'll be back tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Gonna be talking about Coach Harper and that linebacker group. Hill Green, Bentley, Webster, Johnny Chainsaw Chain, D. Grant, Coach Harper, and that linebacker group. You don't want to miss that. Danger zone. Stay out of the danger zone. So if you don't stay out of that danger zone, they're going to make you tap out. They're going to make you tap out. Danger zone. Remember that. Danger zone. Thank y'all. And y'all have a good night. Appreciate it.